Unfortunately for Angel, she was caught on a hot mic last night during a timeout running her mouth about one Sabrina Ionescu. And my goodness, that was a mistake.
They're switching. It's over.
Angel Reese was just owned by Sabrina Ionescu, who called her out following a video of Angel stating that she couldn't protect Sabrina Ionescu, made sure she had a front row seat to her own nightmare. 1 minute she said she couldn't protect me, but in reality, the only thing that couldn't be protected was her pride. However, after she got lit up, she wasn't just defending the basket, she was defending her own words. Someone should get her a rewind button.
Like, if you're gonna do that and get cooked, if you're gonna do that and get absolutely cooked, I mean, it's still for me, it's still like grand. It's not the end of the world. It's sports. It's something that we see in sports.
Some of the greatest rivalries in sports have been stoked by a few well-chosen words, some taunting, and a lot of confidence. But as every athlete knows, if you're going to talk, you better back it up. Otherwise, you run the risk of being the star of a highlight reel. That's why trash talk is a part of the game, whether you like it or not. Grin for the camera.
I love when y'all do that.
What do you say? Hit and paste the bills?
Hit and paste them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. I'm gonna do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah, it covers that. It definitely covers that.
What is my... I don't even know my salary. 74? Okay. Times...
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah. I don't even know my salary. Does it? Let me see. You don't even... Yo! I'm living beyond my means! It's like...
That's precisely what happened when Angel Reese, the self-described defensive queen, had a moment of extreme confidence during a game in front of the league's unmatched cameras. She boldly declared that Sabrina Ionescu couldn't defend her, and the video went viral right away. However, the real story wasn't what Reese said. Rather, it was what happened next because, boy, she definitely did receive instant karma.
So one of the cool things about Unrivaled is that it's a made-for-television product, right? And they're trying to give you experiences as a fan in regards to that, the way that they broadcast the games. But there may have been a comment that made it to air in the most recent contests between the Rose and the Phantom that perhaps people weren't supposed to hear. And it came from Angel Reese. Now,
the New York Liberty star and three-point pro Sabrina Ionescu took that remark personally, or perhaps she didn't because, to be honest, she didn't need to. Rather than wasting energy retorting with words, she let her game do all the work. Reese's words had just barely finished echoing when Sabrina Ionescu proceeded to burn the court like a human flamethrower. With each swish, it became brutally evident that Sabrina herself was the only person who couldn't be protected that evening. Talking Ionescu caught fire from beyond the arc, hitting 7 for 10 from three-point range and draining bucket after bucket from distances that would have even made Steph Curry nod in agreement.
Now a winning score would be 70. Can Ionescu make it more? Off one leg for three! Sabrina! Magic for the Ghost!
The energy in the arena changed the fans, commentators, and even the opposing bench, so everyone could see what was happening. Ree, on the other hand, found it difficult to keep up as the Phantom Ionescu's team took complete control of the game, exposing every defensive weakness and ensuring that Reese's earlier statement stalemated like milk. This wasn't just a fantastic game, it was a statement.
Angel Reese has come out and said, talking about Sabrina Ionescu and the fact that she can't play defense, and Sabrina Ionescu has responded. Like, I think it's great.
When would the inevitable reaction appear on social media? In addition to Ionescu's squad winning, the game's whole plot revolved around the instance in which Angel Reese called out the incorrect player. Only when you win is trash talk worthwhile. Otherwise, it's simply a waiting headline. Ionescu's cold-blooded reaction to the viral video of reclaiming she couldn't protect me was to dispel any doubt that she knew exactly what had transpired as soon as she logged on to X. Ionescu retaliated with just 3 letters and the words LOL.
About Sabrina this morning, 9:12 a.m., laugh out loud. Sabrina Ionescu right there. Yeah, she crushed them. Watch what you're doing. Little bit like Caitlin Clark. You piss her off, she's going to crash you.
Let's be clear, Angel Reese, who now finds it difficult to bring such intensity to basketball, was slammed. This game shown that occasionally comments can have more negative consequences than anticipated. From her legendary rivalry with Caitlin Clark to her unrepentant attitude about being a dominant force in the league, Reese is no stranger to internet buzz. Yes, we are accustomed to her being the focus of the wrong kind of highlight reel, but this time she was caught up in the one where someone else is winning.
The Ghost Gang feels more full with Sabrina in the lineup. Sabali, 3, that's the ball game! Ghost Gang, victorious!
Angel Reese asserted something audacious. With her game, Sabrina Ionescu made an even bolder statement. Confidence is great, but winning is even better. Sometimes the best clapback isn't words, but a cold, hard stat line that ends the conversation before it even starts. As for Angel, the next time she underestimates a shooter like Ionescu, she might reconsider because when she catches fire, there is no defense in the world that can protect her, and if anyone disagrees, just look at the scoreboard. Angel, even though her team, the unrivaled Rose, is suffering from yet another defeat and has a dismal 1-win record, Reese simply doesn't seem to know when to stop talking. Reese keeps talking like she's ruling the league, but the truth is that she's not that far from it. The row is disintegrating, and RE is making a fool of herself by talking more than she is playing.
Talk about yet more records, attendance-wise and ratings-wise, that Caitlin Clark has now obtained and captured. And she drew another big rating on NBA TV, which she's broken every WNBA record they've had on there this year, and then she broke another one.
Sabrina Ionescu was the one who made Reese look stupid this week. While Reese was out there showing off after a routine rebound, Sabrina, a true star and one of the best guards in the game, put on a show and completely outclassed her. Ionescu was putting up numbers, leading her team to victory and demonstrating why she is one of the NBA's best players. Let's not forget that Reese isn't even a guard, so she shouldn't have been in the same conversation as Ionescu in the first place, but somehow she always manages to make herself heard, even when she's feeling embarrassed. This defeat is just one more episode in Angel's increasingly dismal season. Despite all the buzz she generates, Reese and the Rose aren't winning. They've only scored 1 victory thus far, and each game seems to reveal more flaws in Reese's strategy, and her defense seems dubious. Despite her erratic offensive output, she still seems to think she can use trash talk to get what she wants.
Now, Sabrina Ionescu would be right to be offended by it because she's a champion, and also, she had a great performance. So perhaps her LOL was indeed for that. She did speak after the game. Of course, she wasn't asked about that, I don't think.
The fact that she was benched in favor of Lexi Hull last week was already humiliating for her. Yes, Hull is a player who doesn't have the same level of social media presence or hype as Reese, but she's proving to be more valuable on the court. She plays with a controlled intensity, makes wise decisions, and most importantly, doesn't go out there acting like she's the biggest name in the league when she's hardly making an impact. When Reese first hit the scene in college, her attitude was seen as confident and even entertaining. However, in the professional setting, where everyone is talented and no one is impressed by empty words, it's beginning to backfire and opponents aren't intimidated by Reese's trash talk. They are making fun of her, and the more she talks, the more it becomes clear that she is incapable of supporting herself at this level. To be clear, this is about a pattern, not just a few poor games. It's about a player who still acts as though she is in college, where she could use her size and aggression to dominate less experienced opponents, but that doesn't work here. Reese isn't even close to being a top player at the moment, despite the WNBA and the National League being full of elite talent.
And what happened when Lexi Hull played more than 4 minutes? Oh, the Rose win, first of all. They win. And Lexi Hull goes 8 for 11 from the field and has 19 points, 3 assists, and 3 boards.
Her offensive skill set is still limited, and she frequently makes dubious decisions on the court. Her mid-range skills are completely lacking. Reese keeps talking like she's leading a championship team despite her inconsistent rim finishing and defensive exposures. Perhaps she believes that the more she talks, the more people would think she's a star, but that's not how it works.
They're switching. It's over.
Winning is what creates what exactly is rethinking. Does she not realize that she's rapidly becoming more known for her words than her actual play? Does she not see that her team is struggling and that she's part of the problem rather than the solution while players like Ionescu are letting their game do the talking? In the professional game, respect is earned by stars who dominate performances, clutch moments, and the ability to elevate your team. Reese continues to talk trash, lose, and restart the cycle in the same way.
Y'all told us that Angel Reese was a big reason why the ratings in the WNBA were where they were at, and it was mainly her. It wasn't really Caitlin Clark. My question is this: well, what's up in Unrivaled? Because every game that she's played in, she's had the lowest ratings. Every game she's played in has had the lowest ratings.
Something needs to change eventually. There's no doubting that Rhea's talent. She wouldn't be here if she didn't. But talent alone isn't enough, especially when your attitude is writing checks that your game can't cash. Either she changes her strategy and concentrates on improving her game, or she runs the risk of becoming a player that fans remember more for her antics than her actual contributions on the court.
But Angel Reese specifically has been brutally exposed, and her own fans have stopped watching her in this thing. They have stopped watching. How do you know? 89,000 viewers last Saturday when she was on TV. 89,000.
Reese needs to take a step back and reevaluate if she wants to be taken seriously at this level. She needs to improve her game, hone her skills, and demonstrate through her actions rather than words that she belongs among the best because, for the time being, she is not there. Her team is losing, her personal performances are poor, and the players she tries to trash talk are making her look foolish. The reality check is long overdue, and if she doesn't start concentrating on actually winning games, she will end up on the wrong side of basketball history as the player who talked the most but delivered the least. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe.